What do you think of the chances of your landlord giving me a fob to use the underground car park for the winter?
Oh, absolutely slim to none.
What if I pay?
We can talk about it.
Because I can't be dealing with the weather.
No.
Tried to take a cup of coffee and it went down both sides of my mouth like Dracula.
Oh, I didn't notice. I was like, are you okay? What's going on?
I was like, quick sup during the jingle.
Do you want a tissue?
No, I'm grand. My sleeve is alright. I'm wearing black.
Okay.
It's fine. Welcome back to the Unpopular Opinion podcast. My name is Jen.
I'm Carla.
It's good to be back.
It's good to be back, y'all.
I feel like I haven't recorded in 72 weeks.
I don't.
yeah, you did quite a lot before you. The COVID got me. The COVID.
What was the crack?
Ah, stop. I'm only after finishing my little tonic that I took. I went in to a health shop and I was like, I need a tonic. I'm after having COVID. I need to just, and like I bought a load of apples and oranges and bananas and the rest, you know what I mean? Like I had loads of, I was doing real healthy stuff because I was just like, I felt not just like crap after it, but depressed kind of. Like the week in like not being able to leave the house is not fun. That won't be. Where
did you stay in the gaff though?
See, I couldn't, like, when you're the ma, you can't really, like, Adam was fine. He only had it a few weeks ago. And Adam, Bobby did have it before, to be fair. Now, it's probably a different strain, but he didn't end up getting it. Like, it was very hard to, like, I was still doing the fucking washing and all. Of course I was, do you know what I mean?
Where did you get it from?
No idea. Because I was saying, it was funny because I worked in pharmacy for a good bit of the pandemic, worked in a vaccination clinic for a good bit of the pandemic, and then worked on the wards for a good bit of the pandemic, and then I moved to an office and I get it. It was typical. Do you know?
That is unbelievably strange. I'd say you probably got it out, like I always say this, probably out of Lidl or somewhere.
Yeah, probably did.
Yeah.
Do you know? Off the trolley.
Yeah, done stores.
Yeah.
With the vouchers. Yes. Hoping for the best. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, it was absolutely woeful because the family, as some years now, like the house that I'm buying, the family are letting us live there until it's all kind of official, and they came over to clear out a bit of the shed.
Yeah.
And it was like the week that they came over, because I was after having a bad night the night before they kind of came to the house to go out the back to start clearing out the shed or whatever, and I had booked time off because I was supposed to be going to Liverpool for my sister's 40th. So I booked a few days off beforehand to kind of get sorted for that and to help them. And I had a bad night the night before, so I just got I had the test there, and I was like, I'll just do it, like, just to be sure. Yeah. Fucking thing came up. The line came, I think I might have said this in one of the episodes, the line for the positive, the T, came up before the test was even after reaching the top.
Yeah,
like, when you see the liquid going up. I was like, oh my God. I nearly had to look at how they worked, because I was like, I couldn't remember. Because I was like, no, that T's coming up. This must be a dodgy test, like. No, it came up and it was like the thickest, reddest line you've ever seen. It was, lads, I'm pretty sorry, I can't help it to have COVID. They ended up going home early and everything. I felt terrible. Terrible. And like, to be fair, like, I did get out of their way and they got a good bit done, but like, obviously they were like, no, we kind of can't really stay here, we're terrified again. I was like, yeah, that's absolutely fair enough.
Oh my God.
I know. Fucking typical. So I went and I only finished my tonic this morning. Tastes like ass, by the way. Went to the health shop and she was like, yes, this is for adults and this is the best one. And I was like, does it taste like shite? And she was like, no, it tastes like fruits. It doesn't. It's fuck. I'm going to go back to her and I'm going to be like, that does taste like ass. It doesn't taste like fruits.
Miss.
I got one for me and I got one for Bobby because he was sick at the same time, but it wasn't COVID. And his one tastes like shit as well. So, like, put the fucking price on him. I was like, I'm going to have to finish this. Can't be giving it to him.
Fucking price of everything.
Excuse
me. The price of everything at the moment, lads. Inflation.
I am like...
She's come nothing. And I hate it.
I hate it. Hate it. I know. It's gone ridiculous. So, and I keep saying something has to happen. I hope we fucking don't go into a recession. Obviously, for everybody's mental health, we've been through enough.
Well, they say we go through a mini recession every 5 years.
Like
this will be a bigger one, though.
Yeah.
But the problem is the prices don't actually come down of stuff. It's everything else that suffers, because once the prices go up, that's it. They're there.
Yeah, they won't come down then.
They don't reduce the prices of things. The price of fucking chicken. I feel like I'm living in America. That this is like the price of groceries in the Americas.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought that would be expensive. I don't know why. I just feel like it's like buy two, get four free.
No.
No?
Well, there's like, see, the thing is with America, there's like bulk buying and all couponing and all that other kind of stuff. Like, because things have to stay competitive. In Ireland, they don't.
Yeah.
There's like 3 of us. So you don't really have to like.
I'm putting the price. You're putting the price up? Yeah, we're putting the price up. No choice. They've no choice.
At that point, they have to eat. They have to eat.
People, I'm seeing stuff on me, like my algorithms and stuff of people like bulk buying toilet roll on Amazon and stuff. Just to like, and toothpaste and, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You'd need a storeroom there, Gaff.
So like, we're not made for the bulk buying. Like Musgraves can handle this business.
Yeah.
You know?
We've one place like that open to the public. It's Musgraves.
That's what I mean. It's the fucking weirdest hours ever.
And I always miss them, and I can't. And then I'm like, but I don't have a chest freezer. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You're like, are you to 1 or are you to 4? Fuck.
Yeah, I know.
Every time, like, damn it, today's till 1, not till 4. No, so it's like, yeah, it's chicken that's really got me over the line now. It's like £7 for like a normal packet of fillets.
It is, yeah. $6.49 was my last one. Yeah, right. Yeah,
I'm on the pockets of chicken thighs because can't afford the fillets anymore. Tell you now, girls.
Oh, right.
What?
And then
Don't vomit.
no, you know Jeffrey Dahmer. Did you watch the series?
No, and I won't.
Right. Do you know anything about him?
Yeah.
So obviously he gets off on like the meat of like humans and stuff like that, and that's what kind of gets his little juices going. I had to cut raw fillets for the first time after watching that series the other day.
Oh,
and some of them were a bit bloody, and I swear to God,
you're a vomit.
I was like, it actually turned you vegetarian. I was kind of going, this is just fucking bleak.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop thinking about him while I was cutting the fucking chicken fillets. I was traumatised.
And his dad's now soon.
Yeah.
I know.
Matt.
But I don't understand why the dad is suing. I understand why the victims' families would be suing, but I don't understand why the dad is suing. Also, what age is the dad?
Yeah, he'd be hitting 80 now. Obviously the dramatised version was all based on true events. I think he tried to sue before. I think he'd just be trying to, and like he tried to write a book, and now obviously it was an awful lot more complex in real life than what they showed on Netflix.
Yeah.
But he did, I feel like he tried to cash in on the whole thing.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Because I kept seeing the headlines and I didn't give enough of a fuck about it to kind of click in, because it's just not something I engage with. I find Ryan Murphy, who's doing the series, I do love his series. If you haven't watched the O.J. Simpson one or the Versace one, unbelievable.
Right.
Very, very good. This is a little different. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I love Evan Peters though, but I just won't watch it. It's just not something that I don't agree with it. Like I think I do find it, and it's funny because people are only kind of starting to kind of point it out now, and I know we're mad for like pointing everything out that's could be possibly wrong with the human race.
Yeah.
But I do find it strange. I do find people who are overly involved in like gory crime stories a bit odd.
A bit odd, like
yeah. Because I don't know how you can receive that, all of like true crime and all that other kind of stuff. I don't know how you can receive all of that consistently.
I know, yeah.
And stay normal.
That's what somebody said in work the other day, because we were kind of like bouncing ideas off each other, going like, oh, what are you watching, is it any good, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I was at the saying that I watched the Jeffrey Dahmer thing, and there was kind of, they pointed out, and this is such a cliche because everybody points it out, but it's like when you watch true crime, you're actually not traumatised, but you could watch like Paranormal Activity
and be traumatised. No, that's fine.
Yeah, you know, and like you're kind of like a drama series about a murderer that's like fictional, very. you
But
know.
that's the difference between true crime and...
Yeah, but you're not actually affected as much from true crime as the fictional stories. That's what I mean. Or like, you could see somebody on the telly getting shot and you'd be like, eh. And then you see a dog getting shot and you're fucking traumatised. That's it. Like, we're just gone so desensitised to...
everything.
Yeah. It's like we're able to separate the fact that this actually happened and it's something that we're watching for our entertainment. We're just separating them.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get that. I think it's the true crime for me.
Yeah, it is.
It's the things that have happened for me. Because I'm like, no, that happened.
Yeah.
So like whatever you're visualising, a person went through that.
I know.
You know?
Oh, it's fucking...
Like a human being went through that.
Yeah.
Or human beings. Like
but
plenty of them.
See, this is the thing when it's done like that with a script and a production and stuff like that, because you don't actually... When I was watching it, and this, like, people are probably going, oh my God, Jen. When I was watching it, I wasn't feeling sorry for the victims. I was just kind of
watching it,
focusing on
just
the fact that he was a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
I wasn't getting too into the nitty gritty about how the victims were or how the victims' families were.
Yeah.
And I see the problem with that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, why did that happen when I was watching it? Do you know, like, how the fuck was I not too affected by, you know what I mean?
Because it's like with the Versace one, which I have watched, and it was very, very, very good. Obviously, the O.J. Simpson one is a little bit different because that was kind of documented. And you're after doing it again. You can't be trusted with a sippy cup, like.
I don't know if it's just me
it's
or
the lid. The lip is way too wide. It's just pooling liquid.
It's very strange. Yeah, it is.
Well, it's not good. Dump this cup, I say.
The HSE need to look at their fucking...
Did they give that to you? That would make sense.
This is the takeaway cup that you get in the canteen at Connolly Hospital.
There's just a big square lip. All that's going to do is pool liquid and then tip it over. It's not levelled correctly. Someone think of the design.
It might be distorted because I threw it in the dishwasher. Could it be?
No,
warped?
it's the actual. I see the design. The design is poor.
Oh.
The design is very poor.
Okay.
It's not a good design. Anyway, with the O.J. Simpson one, obviously that was kind of a media circus. And these are just the ones that I've watched from Ryan Murphy, because Ryan Murphy obviously does Glee and American Horror Story. Two different levels of...
Yeah. He hasn't pigeonholed himself anyway.
very interesting, very strange. But he has done, obviously, American Horror Story, and which is one side of the field.
Yeah.
And Glee.
When you say Versace, what are you talking about?
The assassination of Gianni Versace.
As in
it's
a documentary.
Series.
Oh, right, okay.
It's like a Dahmer series. So he does these series. They're always kind of like, it's that kind of style. He has a very particular style. So he did the assassination of OJ. Sorry, not the assassination of the assassination of Versace, and the O.J. Simpson trial.
Yeah.
The O.J. Simpson trial is the one with David Schwimmer as Robert Kardashian.
Yeah, okay.
Cuba Gooding Jr. as O.J.
Right.
That's really good. It's Selma Blair as Kris Jenner. Mad. That is very good. Mm-hmm. But it's more the fact that it's documenting the circus that happened. Because do you remember with the OJ thing, that was very much kind of like...
Oh yeah, there was fandoms and stuff like that. Yeah.
And also what happened in the car chase and all that other mad stuff that he did. Like during that portion of time. The Versace one as well, like your man was a serial killer but on a smaller level. But I think now looking back to it, I'm like, wow, they really tried to make you feel sympathy for him.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, and that's the different, like, and that's why I'm kind of like, with the Dahmer one, I'm like, he was a serial, like, and to be honest, looking back, I enjoyed the Versace one, but I think I enjoyed the Versace one more for, Penelope Cruz, Ricky Martin, what a cast.
What?
Honestly, it's very good.
I need to watch this.
But this is the reason why I don't like watching stuff like that, and also I think with Dahmer's, I do think Dahmer's in a different bucket. I don't think you can conflate the two.
No.
Because of what happened with his victims, that time in America, what was going on, the race of the victims that he chose, like all of that other kind of stuff. There's just so much in that. Mm-hmm. Not to say that there's so, like with the Versace one, there's the story that they show you makes you feel sorry for the murderer at the end.
They always do it though. They always go into their backstory and how they were brought up and Stuff like because
And obviously they don't lick it off a stone.
no, because Jeffrey Dahmer's dad was like doing taxidermy with him when he was a kid
Yeah.
because he was a bit of an outcast and a bit of a loner.
Yeah.
You know, and it was like, oh, brilliant, we found something that you're into. This is great. And then when he started cutting people up, he was like, what? Where did you get this from,
But what
Jeffrey?
would you, like, what would you do if Bobby showed, like, you know, they always see, they, like, not they start with killing cats, but there's always, there seems to always be like a little sign.
There's a red
when they're,
flag
yeah,
there.
when they're younger. For a serial killer now, not for every murderer, but for a serial killer,
Yeah.
there always seems to be like an absolute red flag when they're a kid. And they're like, yeah, they really enjoyed chopping up frogs, but never thought anything of it. And you're like, okay.
And that was one of the things that Jeffrey Dahmer did when they, you know, that class where they have to dissect a frog.
Which-
he asked for some carcasses to bring home.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's our red flag.
There's your red flag.
Yeah.
I have found your red flag.
I know. There was a good bit of bubble wrapping and mollycoddling him from his dad. His ma kind of just left the scene, I think. She didn't give a shit about her kids as much. as the
Oh, she
dad-
bounced?
as the dad. Well, she brought the little brother. I mean, obviously, I don't think
God,
they
there's
went.
a brother.
I don't think they brought her side of the story into it too much.
Yeah, they wanted to focus on the dad and
Yeah.
the son.
Exactly.
And the
So
frogs.
I wouldn't even. Actually, it's probably best not to comment on her side of things and what she did and didn't notice because they didn't show enough of her to actually make a fucking judgment.
Yeah.
You know, because they portrayed her as being absolutely disgusted with him, obviously, and visiting the victims' families after
Oh.
the fact, after he, and you know, trying to apologise and stuff like that.
Oh.
So, yeah, there was a bit of that.
Bit
But
of
at the
that,
same time, she was like so hell bent on leaving the dad that she left Jeffrey as well. He was left for a good couple of months during the summer in the house on his own, and that's when
Yeah.
it started.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It's a weird one because I get real sad about things.
let's not talk about it.
No, but you know when you're like, I do understand particularly the uproar that happened with Dahmer because of what happened with the victims and the families and that time and all that other kind of stuff. But obviously, any victim, it's a bit fucked when Netflix are like, I'm going to commission this story. You've no choice in this, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm going to
it's
commission this
fucked.
story. You've zero choice, by the way. I don't care.
A
This is what it's gonna
documentary,
be.
all right, fair enough. Like an actual using proper footage
Yeah.
from the trial and
Yeah.
showing like.
But then at the same time, it's kind of like, no, I was going to say like you're kind of fighting this, like not you're fighting the system, but I suppose if enough people kick up a fuss, you might
Yeah.
think twice the next time that they actually commission something.
No, but it is
will they?
fucked.
Who
Yeah,
knows?
it is fucked that
Yeah.
they do this.
I don't know. It's weird. It's just weird. And then there's the other kind of allotment where I do just not so much worry, but I am very, very morbidly curious to people who who take in all of that all the time.
I know.
Because
Yeah.
I can still, I don't watch horror films. I don't like anything like that. There's scenes from series that replay in my brain consistently.
Yeah.
And so that's why I can't watch stuff like that. Because it just makes me so
Yeah.
either sad, mad or angry. Like the rape scene from Love Hate has never left my brain.
Oh God. Yeah.
Like that
was
is,
rough.
anytime I think about or anytime I read about rape or something like that,
Yeah.
that is the thing that comes back into my brain. 13 Reasons Why.
I was about to say that.
one
Yeah.
too.
They removed that, didn't they?
Yeah, but anytime I think of sodomy, I'm like, that's what goes. You know, there's little triggers, and I'm like, I shouldn't have ever. I would have happily went along in my life, just never
I know.
of ingesting that.
I know. And then you're kind of like, is it good that I'm aware of?
Just how bad it is. Yeah, and there's a bit of that too, Jen. There's a bit of that
It's
too.
pretty fucking hard to navigate. I know, but there are people that are obsessed with, look at the amount of true crime podcasts. Adam, if you went onto Adam's profile on Netflix, you would be horrified at the shit that he watches.
Yeah, and that's the thing, because I get people that are really into horror movies ish. I don't really get it, but I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
fair.
The true crime is weird.
I'm a little bit weirded out that by people that make horror their personality.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I get you.
I remember my friend was going out This is years ago, but she was going out with a guy who ran one of those haunted houses.
Oh, yeah.
And he's pretty successful. He's pretty young. But they make a lot of money, by the way.
Oh, yeah, they would.
Just putting it out there, y'all. They
They're
make a
like
shitload of money.
fucking, what are they called? Do you know when they go out fishing for like 6 weeks of the year and that's all they have to do?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Fucking cash rich, I tell you that.
Crab fishing.
Crawfish. But
It's like 6 week hard stint of the year, but then you can relax for the rest of it.
Yeah. And so he was made up with these things. And again, pretty young, but like just got it at the right time, set the whole thing up. Obviously worked very hard at it to make it as successful as it was. A fucking weirdo.
Yeah, a Stephen King prodigy kind of.
Like a fucking weirdo actually behind closed doors. Do you get me? Like seemed quite normal, but actually was a fucking weirdo. Now that's not to say that every fucking horror fan, but just somebody who makes it there. Yeah. I do worry.
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
What happened to you?
Do you know?
Do you want to come on the podcast?
Do you want to go on the podcast, maybe talk about your trauma that led you to these decisions about your haunted house? Do you want to pop onto my podcast? But you can say that about anything. You know, it's just, it was funny because with that, I was like, oh, that makes sense. Because some of the stories she'd be telling me, and also she was very young. Like, they definitely shouldn't have been dating.
Oh, okay.
100% should not have been dating. I remember being like, this is a red flag. And even at the time, I was only like 25 or 26. I was like, this is certainly an age gap. And some of the stuff she'd be saying, I'd be like, no, that's not okay. And I'd be like, no, I don't think so. No, okay. And it was hard because you were kind of like, that's a bit.
And he really loves me, doubt it.
I'd just be like, I don't think he should be asking you to do those kind of things.
Oh, God. What kind of thing? Give us a very, obviously, PC example.
There was none.
Oh, okay.
And I was like,
is this like in the bedroom kind of thing?
Yeah, there was a bit of that too.
Right.
There was a lot of that. And then there was other really random like rules that he had set.
Ah, fuck off.
And it was really fucking strange because he'd like made, I don't know why she's engaged to somebody else. I don't know why I'm protecting this man. She doesn't give a fuck. Anyway, he had very specific rules. I can't remember everything because it was 7 years ago.
Jesus, that's not that long.
No, but I can't remember exactly how fucking, like, she was allowed to stay over, but only certain nights. She was allowed to put her stuff places, but not other places. Oh. He'd very much, like, she'd walk in the door, he'd be like, right into the bedroom. What? Yeah. It was, and I remember at the time being like, this is super coercive. I don't really like this.
Yeah.
And I was like trying to have the conversation. And I was like, this is just, and it was kind of very much like he'd drop her and collect her. But then sometimes would just randomly be like, I'm not doing that. Why would I do that? So then she'd be stranded.
Fuck.
You know? And he'd like, he had his own house. And where he bought this house was kind of like, not an obscure area, but it was out country way. It was not commutable. Yeah. And he'd be very much like, well, I don't know how you're going to get to work because I'm not dropping you.
What?
But like would make her
stay there.
So she'd have to go back, and where she lived was kind of country the other direction. So he'd like she'd go home, get her stuff ready, get over to his, or he'd collect her from hers, and then be like, well, I don't know how you're gonna get to work.
Jesus.
Like really fucking weird, controlling, but also coercive behavior. And I think she was like, because he was really successful, and that's how they met. She was working for him.
Oh, right, yeah.
And that's how they met. Because I remember being like, how the fuck did you two cross paths?
How did you just like look across at each other and see the twinkle in his eyes? Like, how did that spark?
No, she worked in prosthetics. So she did a lot of...
Shimua.
Yeah, so she did a lot of like the prosthetic work for his bits and bobs.
Right.
And, which again, just a weird relationship. Yeah, the whole thing... There was just so many little niggly bits, and like she'd come in kind of, and she was so mature, she was so put together, but he'd like use that against her,
right?
Because now, in all fairness, for somebody who was so young, she was unbelievably mature. I've never worked with somebody who was so like ahead of themselves, and he kind of like he'd take advantage of that, but then fuck it back in her face about her age.
Oh right,
it was really.
Oh, he's a walking red flag.
Exactly. It was really icky behaviour. And then he'd be obsessed, like, with the horror stuff, which I get, that's his business, right? but they're like obsessed with like make them watch films on end, and oh my god, it was just so like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, that's weird. No.
You know, they're like,
I won't be asking for his number, you know, in case me and Adam never work out.
No,
Put
I
it
don't
that
think.
way.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, and his horror knowledge was impressive. Like, I remember again, there was one film that I watched when I was younger, and it's always stayed with me. I was like describing it to her, and she was like, "Oh, he'd know." And I remember she texted him, being like, she can't remember this film, but she said it really fucked her up as a kid. Yeah. It really did. And he came back immediately and knew what it was.
Oh, okay.
And I remember Googling it and being like, holy shit, that's it. Like his encyclopedia of horror and horror films and all that other kind of stuff was. And I know horror is a different genre to like true crime.
Yeah.
Very much a different genre. But
very much the same.
But very much like, I don't know why you'd enjoy true crime more to horror, which didn't happen. True crime did happen.
Yeah.
Horror, not real. True crime, very real. True. False.
Yeah. True crime, it's in the name.
It's in the name. This happened.
Yeah. He doesn't sound great now. I'll give him the skip.
No, he was a 0 out of 10.
Come here, how was your Iron Man in Sicily?
Iron Man. Oh my god, my decathlon.
This fucking thing did a triathlon in Sicily the other week.
Oh god.
She's there going, we went hiking, swimming and bicycling around the mountains in Sicily. I was like, you did a fucking triathlon.
She's like, so a triathlon.
Are you okay?
Decathlon. I was like, yeah. Yeah. That one was, that day I think was my favourite day though.
Was it?
Yeah.
You're such a fucking weirdo.
It was so peaceful though.
And I can see why you would enjoy it, but I just still think it's very weird.
It was very hot. It was very sunny. It was just the right kind of. It was the right mesh of sheets. Do you know?
What?
It was
what
the right
did you just say?
sheets.
What the fuck did you just say to
right
me?
Mesh of sheets.
Mesh of shit.
Right mesh of sheet. It was like
does
the
that
right
mean? Is that even a word?
mesh of shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jesus, too early in the morning for this.
No, you're too busy fucking looking at that go-go. You're too busy trying to figure out your sippy cup. No, so Sicily was fab. Very hot, very hot.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah, but it's actually, if you're into crime, true crime even, go to Sicily.
Oh really?
Yeah, well, it's
murderers?
mafia place.
Oh really?
Yeah. Mafia Central. Didn't meet any of them now. It was raging. I didn't meet any of the famous faces. But there's like mafia tours, all that other kind of
Fuck
stuff.
off, is there?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think they were making money off that now.
Oh yeah. Well, Sicily's like very kind of, it's very much still under the power of the mafia.
Do you know what? And this is very ignorant to me. It's just because I don't know enough about it. I would be thinking Italian mafia are more so in New York. Do you know? Not actually in Italy. Absolutely not in Sicily.
Nah, they emigrated years ago.
They're in New York.
No, No, they're not in Italy or Sicily anymore.
They're living next door to De Niro. What are you on about?
He was also questionable.
A few of them in Miami as well. What the fuck?
Oh my god, Jen.
They're not Poxy Sicily.
Jen's like,
Naples on a stretch, but absolutely New York. They're not in Sicily. What are you on about? Never set foot inside of Italy. Oh, stop. I'm like, no, that's not a thing.
Well, I have to put it on the table. I'll tell you a few things. Sicily's not Italy and Italy's not Sicily.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah. Sure, they have their own fucking weird flag and everything. You know what their flag is?
What?
A face with 3 legs coming out of it.
Fuck off.
Yeah,
Like
Jen.
like the thing out of Toy Story.
Yeah, Jen. Yeah, like that, except on its side. Exactly. I'll show you the Sicilian flag. You're gonna freak out. But yeah. So Sicilians don't. Well, some of them might identify, but like as a
like an independent sort of thing.
they're kind of like they're just. It's just not Italy. Sicily's not Italy and Italy's not Sicily, and they're very much two different things. And Sicilian people are not Italian people, and Italian people are not Sicilian people.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Did you have pizza?
They do.
They've a
But
bit
it's
of
not
spaghetti
so, like,
bolognese.
the Sicilian food is not Italian food.
Seriously?
Yeah, like, it's very similar, but it's very different. Like, Sicilian food is, like, from what I've seen, and I went to, like, 4 places in Sicily. Now, I've been to Sicily before, but it was a Poxy Club Med, and I was 9.
Okay.
So it wasn't really
Yeah,
I can't really remember the island. You know, it wasn't exactly like, let's go.
Yeah.
Was I 9 or 11? Anyway, I was too young to give a fuck. So, and it was also, again, it was a resort. It wasn't really like I'm seeing the sights and the scenes of Sicily. So,
Sorry, I'm not even listening. You lost me when you said Sicily. Is it an island? It's not even.
it's an island, yeah.
It's not in the boot, like.
No, it's not in the boot, pal.
It's a bit shit that the boot kicked off.
Yeah,
Fuck off.
Yeah.
I need to look at my maps again.
Yeah.
Right.
I would encourage you to have a look at your map.
So mad for the mafia. Right, okay.
That's what I mean. It's very much Mafia Iran.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, there you go. Look at the flag now. See what you feel about the flag.
Oh, fuck. All right, well, it's not quite like the thing out of Toy Story, but it's not far off either. All right, okay.
I'm terrified.
Now, if I saw that without the head and the 3 legs, I go, that's Spain.
Oh my God, Jen.
Actually, speaking of Jen and our fucking worldly knowledge, I booked a holiday.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Not you.
I did.
No way.
I'm going away in May. I'm giving you my notice now.
Okay.
Yeah, going away in May.
I'm like, by the way, I'm away next week.
Yeah, I know. This fucker. Yeah, well, I'm away next week. We need to record 7 episodes because of the dates that I'm going. No, booked a holiday because one of the girls in work was actually just coming back from Naples, I want to say. Italy. Anyway, she was saying she was in the boo.
She was in the boo.
I think she was in the actual boo.
Okay.
And she was like, oh yeah, it was this, it was that. And then we're going, this place, this, like, in like 2 months. And I was just going, yeah. Went on my break and booked a holiday immediately. I was like, no, I'm fucking sick and not having anything to look forward to. I'll buy now and think about it later. That kind of thing. And then I was like, man, I booked a holiday. Where you going? Salou. It's absolutely not Salou. It's somewhere on the fucking south coast of Spain. I think it's
lovely though.
Costa Brava or something. It's got its own little water park in the hotel. Because I had to look out. It's the first time I've had to take on board the fact that I'm bringing a child with me.
Yeah.
Do you know? And I know he's probably not going to remember it, and people think it's more so, me and Adam haven't been away in years. Do you know? And it's more so the fucking last kind of couple of years that we've had. Like, we were supposed to go to Liverpool and we couldn't. Do you know what I mean? It's just, it's been Murphy's Law now.
Yeah,
We've been living by Murphy's Law for the last 5 years. So I was like, no, fuck it, I'm just doing it. We're going to go in May. And that's why I was like, I'm not booking a holiday too far. And, you know, like, we're going in a year's time.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what I mean? Not too bad.
How long?
Just for a week. Because I couldn't, like, again, I had to consider the child as well. And even when I was booking the flights, because I did it through Love Holidays, and obviously I'll let you know how I get on. I've heard it's good and bad. It's like, because do you know what? I don't know what's going through my head. I'm not like you. I'm not an adult like you where I'd book everything separately. Do you know what I mean? And look for the best deals and stuff. I just go with a holiday.
Yeah, you're like,
company.
that's a package.
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, that's grand.
I'm trying to think if I've ever flown with Love Holidays. I have a feeling.
It's Ryanair. They're not chartered flights, like they do all of the separate things for you. Do you know?
Yeah, it's like an agency.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm gone off TUO. I don't know why. I'm just like because they let so many people down, and I know there was a pandemic and restrictions and all that sort of shit, and that definitely went to it. But I was kind of going, I don't know if I trust TUO now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. So anyway, I booked it through them, and I had to, because you can kind of change your flights and you can change different things in the package or whatever. It's actually really easy to navigate, which I will say for them. But I had to consider like the flight times for the kids.
Yeah.
So I was like, you can't be like getting up at 4 a.m. to go on holiday with a 3-year-old.
Can you not?
No, I wouldn't even. No, I wouldn't go there. I couldn't. Just in case. So our flight is at like 5:30 in the evening, which will be a late kind of, but he'll be going to bed late anyway on holidays, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Little bit of jet lag from just a little bit.
Just a little smidge.
And then on the way back, then that's like an 8 o'clock in the morning flight, but it's only a 2-hour flight as well, do you know what I mean? Like we couldn't be going to the Canaries or anything. So it was just gas the difference.
So you'll get him up early to go home, but you won't get him up early to go there?
See, this is the thing. He gets up early anyway. He copes when he gets up early.
So why aren't you bringing him early on the flight over?
No, like 4 o'clock in the morning early? No. 6 o'clock, all right. Kind of okay. Do you know?
Okay. What time's your flight home?
The flight home is at 8. So you'll be getting up at 6. Like we have transfers and stuff like that. We're not getting...
Okay.
We're not kind of on our own in a different country having to get a taxi or anything. It's not good.
Yeah.
So that's not too bad.
Ryanair?
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing, that we flew Ryanair over to Sicily. It was honestly, and we know me with travel, I've done some fucking stints.
Yeah.
They were some of the longest flights I've ever been on. 3.5 hours on a Ryanair plane. Wow.
No,
wow.
it's not good.
And me and Tom were both like, what the fuck?
No, it's not
What
good.
the fuck?
Yeah.
I guys, no, don't do more than 2.5 hours on a Ryanair flight.
Yeah.
I was freaking out.
I've done that stint.
Freaking out.
Yeah, because I was actually only talking to a girl during, because she was only back from Rhodes, and she was said again it was Ryanair, and it was like Greece, and the fucking flight, I've done that flight
4
6
hours,
times, and
yeah.
I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
And it's because it's not long enough to be long haul,
exactly.
and it's not short enough to be.
It's
like,
not short enough to be like, that's grand, whatever. Who gives a shite? Like,
Yeah.
it was 20 quid.
No. Anything over 3 hours on a Ryanair is fucking.
It was brutal.
nightmare. Yeah,
It was brutal.
horrible. Yeah,
It was
I get it.
brutal.
In what way? Give us some examples.
It was just so fucking long. It was so long and boring.
Yeah.
But I was reading, so I was fine. Actually, hilariously, I read a series that was set in Palermo, that was set in Sicily.
Oh, right.
While I was over there.
About the mafia.
No, it was about witches. It's called Kingdom of the Wicked. Yeah, it's, if you're into fantasy, it's good. It's good. It's a bit fucking bizarre. Because it's like, you know, one of those things where you're like, where's this going? Where's this going? Why is this so fast? Where's this going? Where's this? Whoa.
Right, okay.
So there was so much to it that the author could have done.
Do you know what I'm imagining? The otter. And then and then this happened. Just fucking sneezing out all the action.
No, it's like they had you know the way they'd be like, okay, I'm just gonna have to pace this book, whatever, and then they were like, oh my god, what if?
Yeah.
And then they're like, shit, okay, how are they gonna get out of this one? Right, I'm gonna have to go back to, oh my god, you know, that kind of thing. You're like, this pacing is all over the shop.
Yes.
This pacing is fucking wild.
An unexpected sneeze drama, that's what it was.
Yeah. If you're into fantasy, if you like Sarah J. Maas, if you like any of her books, yeah, it's a good little it's a 3-parter. Uno, dos, tres. Which is
Spanish.
Italian, Sicilian vibes. It was good. It was good. I wouldn't give it I'd give it a 7 out of 10.
Right, okay.
But a good series if you're into that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Which I am. So, yeah.
That got you through the flight.
That got me through the flight. Yeah, that got me through the flight. The 3 books got me through the flight now. That's what I read when I was over there. So it was very kind of, yeah. But anyway, I just thought it was interesting because like in it, they're like talking about places and I'm like, I'm here now. I'm at this church. Look at me, I'm at this church. I see where they hid the body. Very good. You know?
I'm just so confused. Like, did you read the 3 of them on your holiday?
Yeah.
3 books and a fucking Iron Man. Are you well? Why'd you go? You should have just fucking stayed in the apartment for the week.
I just went jogging around the park.
Yeah, a bleeding treadmill and an exercise bike. What is wrong with you?
I like to do things though. I like to be off out doing bits and bobs. I love. This is another thing. Sicily's not a place where you lie on the beach. No, it's not a beachy vibe. No, it's kind of. It's like no place It's like loads of places I've been and no place I've been.
Right.
It's very it's very hard to me and Tom the whole time we were there. We're like, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Trying to pick up a because sometimes we go somewhere and be like, do you know what this is like?
Yeah.
It's like Barcelona. Do you know?
Yeah.
But it wasn't like that at all. Like we were trying to be like kind of Buenos Aires, which is weird because Buenos Aires is more of a Spanish vibe, but then it also has Italian influences. It's very strange, but kind of not like that. But there was it's very dirty. Palermo, which is their capital, is unbelievably dirty. But then every fucking city is.
Yeah, that manky.
Every city is. This one just so happens to be a little bit more run down. Like I put up a few stories of some of the dodgy parts, and you don't want to be fucking staying there for too long. But then you'd be like this big,
Carla,
beautiful.
did you stay in more than one hotel?
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck. On a week's holiday.
You're moving around, yeah.
You stayed in more than one hotel.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake, I'm not able for you.
Airbnbs, by the way. The hotels over there are not great.
Right.
They're kind of older.
Yeah.
So it's more of an Airbnb place, I will say.
Right.
It is, it just is.
It's just such fucking weirdos.
Why?
2 years. Well, now, obviously, this is coming from Jen, who stays in a part hotel, self-catering, you know what I mean? Goes down and gets a little fucking roll and a bit of ham and cheese, because, like, don't really like the lunches over there. That kind of, like, yous are just, I don't think I cope on a holiday, which is, yous are just too open-minded. On that note, I have an unpopular opinion. Going and staying in a hotel for a night, even like just if it's in, like, it doesn't matter if it's in Kilkenny or whether it's like down the road from you, I don't get it. I just don't get it.
You do it.
I do it when it's bought for me. I don't go out my way to do it by myself. If it's gifted to me, all right,
But you
I'll do
like it when you do it.
No, I actually don't.
Oh.
I fucking hate having to pack a bag
Oh.
for one night down the fucking road. I'm like, the effort of that.
Do you not feel though like a hotel room with a bed that you don't have to make?
Right, here's me.
It's just there for you. Everything's just there for you, and it's lovely and cushy. And no,
Here's my thought process. When I go, and because I don't, like, I'm not one of these people who has like a drink at home, or, like, if I have a drink, it's 6 months apart and both are binges. Do you know what I mean? So if I go away for a night, it's more than likely going to be more than just now, to be fair, the last kind of few times, again, bought for me, these overnight stays, only had the kind of one or two. And I don't know, like, when you go, the excitement's there. It's like, oh, isn't this lovely now? Lovely hotel. When I wake up in the morning, I just can't wait to get out of there. I hate it. I hate the vibe of, and especially waking up in a hotel room on a Sunday, knowing you have to drive home. I fucking hate it.
yeah,
I hate that. I'd much rather get onto a metal tube and fuck myself across the Mediterranean and be completely out of my comfort zone for a week and come back. Obviously, you're going to the sun or whatever. Rather than have to stick it in a fucking hotel for one night, drive there and drive back. I hate it.
So you'd rather the chaos of the airport, all that
Absolutely,
shite.
yeah. I'd feel like it's just more worth it. Even a weekend away.
Yeah,
you know,
like
what I mean?
Liverpool, how long are we gone for? 2 nights?
Yeah, that wouldn't have been too bad, because it's what I mean is, in particularly going to an Irish hotel, I fucking hate it. I just hate it.
I don't do a lot of the Irish hotels. I know a lot of people who do and really, really enjoy it. It's just not me.
Yeah.
Like we did it last year because obviously with Tom he couldn't travel.
Yeah.
But it was lovely.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it.
I don't mind a bed and breakfast. I'm talking about the big fucking girty hotels with the carpets and the big buffet breakfast, and like I'm not into it. Like the big fucking block hotels, you rock up and you're like, this is not nice at all looking.
Yeah.
It's not a good looking hotel.
Like this is a business
like,
hotel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's just, I just don't. I'm like, nah.
Not for you.
Not for me. I wouldn't mind going to a little quaint kind of Airbnb out in the bleeding forest or something. Do you know what I mean? Or a little log cabin or something different. But I just going to, and it's generally what, like, his ma would buy us like a night away, and say if it's Dunboyne Castle or Castlemark. I'm not saying those. I have been there, but I'm not saying those specifically. Like, there's thousands like them in Ireland. I'm just like, fucking. I'd rather go and stay in a little
Christmas, and she wants us to know.
Hope Carter listens to this.
Yeah. She's coming up to Christmas here, guys, and I think she's dropping severe hints. What Jen wants versus what she doesn't.
Exactly. Do you have a tune? Do you have a stomper for your little playlist there now?
Carla's Stomper of the Week. I do. This is my holiday song, but it's not really my holiday song, but it is a song.
Sicily holiday song.
Yeah.
Is it 10 minutes long?
No, but it's not what you anticipate.
Okay.
So it's called The Last Goodbye. I feel like you might have heard it in the background places,
Right.
but I don't know. Let me just. Oh, it's very, very loud.
Jesus, sorry about that now.
Jesus, sorry guys, you got the fucking. But it's kind of one of these ones that you're like.
This is. Oh, Jesus.
I feel like you've heard it. No.
There's not much happening at the moment. I can't judge. I can see a Balenciaga model like, fucking crawling down the runway to this, like.
The gym.
Yeah, I can see why it's got, like, it kind of has sunset vibes.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
good. But it also sounds like a fucking score soundtrack. Do you know what I mean? There's just a lot happening.
Tron Legacy soundtrack.
But yeah, it's just fucking, there's a lot going on. No, I like that. That's alright. It's not your worst.
Fuck off, it's my stomper. Yeah, my fucking stomper. But yeah, tune.
I watch a lot of if anybody else is into, like, I don't know other people that are triggered the way I am looking at people getting their hair done. I follow a lot of they're like they're, for some reason a lot of them are male hairdressers in the UAE, like in fucking Lebanon and Turkey, and like there's a chap called Munir who seems to be like the shit over there, and they do these particular style of videos where they're doing women's hair, and they're obsessed with black hair going blonde, right? Ombre effect and balayage and all this, but they do this like before, but all they're doing is fiddling with their hair, and then they kind of switch to an after, and then they're fiddling with their hair again, and I look at this stuff and I'm nearly on the fucking deck because I guess I'll relax looking at it for some reason, but it's all that kind of music in the background.
Ah, okay. So you're watching a Turkish hair video. I'm
watching, they're more so Dubai, and they're like opening up all new they've just opened up one in London and stuff like that, but I'm fucking obsessed. And you know yourself, once you like one thing, your algorithm just like,
your algorithm's like, oh, Jen's into it.
Jen don't like that. Jen likes it, and it nearly suggests it at certain times of the day. It must know when my break time is, because I'm just like, I need a bit of fucking, just scrolling. I'm just like, oh, look at that.
Yeah, oh, lovely.
On the deck, it's just, I don't know why they do it. So they just play with the hair so much. I'm like, that's going to be greasy in an hour, but I don't care. I'm enjoying it. Anyway, we're going to go and record our Patreon. They've changed the way that they bill you, so if you
sign up whenever.
You won't be billed for another month, so it's great. So you join on the 5th, you'll get billed on the 5th thereafter. You know yourself. It used to be where you get billed on the day you sign up, and then on the 4th,
which is very annoying.
Which is very fucking annoying. Yeah, we divulged a good bit over there, and we're going to go and record that now. So by the time we're recording the next time, it'll be Christmas.
Huh?
The clocks will have gone back. It'll be after Halloween, that's what I mean.
Oh, so we'll see. It's not Christmas, Jen.
No, we'll see is
Christmas.
On the other side is what I'm saying, you know, because this is kind of the last little... stop it. Look what's after happening.
What?
I knew my thread was after coming loose. One I got these leggings on Shein or something like that. And one of the threads was loose the other day. One of me stripes is coming off me fucking the side of me trousers.
I watched the Shein documentary.
Oh shit! Is there a documentary? I didn't realise.
Very bad. Very bad.
Shit.
Chat about it on Patreon.
We'll chat about it on Patreon. Go on, we'll talk to you next week. We love you. Bye.